Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel in Final Fantasy XIV Fridays. I'm Adam Wolf, and this is Final Fantasy XIV. I have been spending a lot of time on this game lately, not leveling my character, mind you. I'd be 100 by now. But I have been leveling my gathering. It's just something new that I haven't done before. I've been working on my botanist class, and it's been fun. It's interesting. I got it up to almost 70 while I've been editing the newest episode of the podcast that should be coming out very soon. I'm going to spend a lot of time tomorrow editing it. So, but while I am listening to the podcasts, you know, where I want to insert things and edit, I've been picking flowers. But obviously, before I started the stream, I switched back. But as you can see, boom, right there, 68. Finished main scenario quest over the first weekend of early access, then got all my crafters and gatherers to 100 in the first week. Well, lucky you, Teddy. Hey, Chris. But as I promised, today we are going to be heavily focused on playing the story because we got to. And I think it's only prudent, given that doing the dailies takes quite a while, a lot longer than you'd expect, just because of the fact that, well, I mean, you'd expect to get into groups pretty quickly, but that is not the case. Any reason that these people would just be standing there? That's a pretty sick gator, I'm not gonna lie. Look at this thing. Look at you! Look at those teeth. I like this one. This is the best one. I don't know what they're standing there for. Glutton Providers. Yeah, I should have probably been playing this pretty much that whole weekend. Watching me through Virtue XR Pro glasses. Are those like Google Glass, but more innovative and advanced because Google Glass is a dead product? All right. As we've just been informed, the feat of proof requires us to seek the high luminary Gerfler somewhere upon these mountains. Why is this crackling? As with, by the way, as with Tuesday, you might notice a sudden increase in quality in the stream. Maybe. We'll see. Because I finally was reminded of the technology that exists within our culture these days. And I have promptly put a new Intel Arc A380 graphics card on my list because that has AV1 encoding, and it's like $110, and I would like one to improve the quality of my stream while lowering the bitrate. So, but anyway, as of right now, you should still see a marked improvement in the quality of the stream in terms of its clarity, lack of macro blocking, pixelation, all that crap. And 60 FPS. However, if earlier feats are any indication, we must assume the challenge precludes the Yokoi from answering our questions in a straightforward manner. I just want to make sure I was actually 60 FPS. Thus, I would ask that you pay close attention while attempting to divine Gerfler's whereabouts. Excuse me. Though the giants may not give us a precise location, there may be clues hidden within our words, such as my theory anyway. Let us see what we can discover. Yeah, it's still going to be a blocky. Doesn't look too bad. But once I get the new graphics card, that should, yeah, Go for little burger burger. Burger. Had another reason for getting through it so fast. I've been immersed in PAX Day. Well, that one I'm assuming is only on PC at the moment. It may or may not come to console, but we'll see. They are. You're on a large OLED panel on my face. Well, that's nice. Boogity bitty boo. Did I thought I put this at 6 megabits. Hold on. No, I put it down to 4,500. It's fine. Whatever. It'll look fine. Enough. The High Luminary. No, I have not seen him today. Now let me ask you a question. That Shbrawl or Brawl, Shbrawl, whatever, who came out of the temple earlier, was that really the third promise? She seems rather unimposing. How is she meant to succeed the mighty Galul Jaja? Maybe she isn't. You don't know. A troll down in the basement. I mean, yeah. Trolls that became giants. Oh, I've also been thinking about changing my race. I don't know what you guys think. I've been an elf this entire time that I've had this character. But I was thinking about going to be a human, because I am human. I am neither tall nor have purple hair or pointy ears, so, I'd like to play a hum. And I have one free go at that. It's in my storage. So I'm really thinking about changing my race to being a human. At Tuliolan. No, you are from farther away than that, I think. As for the High Luminary, I can only guess where he might be. He is warder of the Sky Ruin, but also keeper of the sepulchres, and his duties often take him outside the village. Sounds like they're answering in a pretty straightforward manner. Golala. Nah, I don't want to go Lalafell. Can't wait to see a quality difference with the AV1 coding. I can't wait to see it either. Because I've seen so many different examples, and we're talking like 1440. We're talking 4K at 4 megabits per second. Looks good. I don't know how that's even possible, but I've seen it, and it's unreal to look at. So if I'm only going 1440p 60 at 4 megabits, I mean, I've seen that too, and it actually looks really good. So I will save a ton on bandwidth while maintaining or exceeding a visual quality higher than what we're getting now. Asking after the High Luminary as well, are you? I know not where to find him, but I do hope you have the opportunity to speak together. He is a great man with a deep reverence for our traditions. These glyphs we carve, for one, he affords them... These glyphs we carve, for one, he affords them as much value as any treasure we possess. They are records of lives lived. Your arrival, too. I will etch into the stone that the story of our meeting may endure for untold turnings of the sun. If you are curious about our ways, then I bid you visit Proof, to the northwest of here. It is one of our grave sites. They probably have to build very, very, very big graves. Be the horny race. Which race is that? You're talking about the one with the horn, as in the Hrothgar? No, I don't want to go from extremely tall elf to extremely short Lalafell. That would be odd. Plus, I want to try and, make myself bald, beard, all that stuff. I don't know if I can, but I actually would like to make the guy in the freaking trailer. That dude looks badass. He looks like straight pirate, and he could look good as a Viper. He looked pretty good as a Viper, so when I get around to playing that class, that'd be awesome to see him. I've never done that, though, before, but when I change my race, all my stuff stays the same, right? It's just the race that changes. Oh, is it Al-Ra? I thought it was Hrothgar. I don't know why. The brightness on the screen is crazy. What's the HDR setting? What are we looking at in terms of well, peak brightness, but nits. That's what I was looking for. A Clive lookalike? That'd be cool. Might have to make a separate character for that one. First things first, was anyone able to coax forth a definite location for the High Luminary? No. As expected. What then of clues or other hints that might point us in the right direction? Oh, that's right. The Hrothgar don't have horns. I'm an idiot. It is Aura. You're right. You would know better than I would anyway. I heard that in addition to his usual duties, Gerfler is also charged with keeping the graves. As did I. The Yakoi's sepultures appear to hold a special significance in their culture. But would it be appropriate for us outsiders to enter into their burial grounds? Proof, you say? And he encouraged you to visit this place yourself. Then let's go and take a look. Even if we don't find Gerfler there, it will give us the chance to learn more about the Yakui. The gravesite is somewhere northwest of here. Well, we can leave from that side of the village for a start, shall we? I do have Clive's outfit, like, you know, when they gave it away, so I could make him, but what the? Why is it every time I look over here, they're on different mounts? Good lord, dude. Oh my god. It must be dizzying. Sepulchers? That doesn't sound right to me. That sounds odd. I've always said sepulcher. Sepulcher? I don't know. Whatever. I don't know how to speak death. The others have gone on ahead to proof, following the trail west. There are sharp drops everywhere, so we're all moving out at our own pace. Some of us are not built for craggy terrain. I thought to get my bearings from up here first so I don't stumble off the cliff. Why don't you try catching up to Ehrenvel? He should be able to point you in the right direction. Wuss. Ossuary? What? What are you talking about, man? Ooh, look at this. What are you gonna do? I didn't think they'd attack me. They were like 4 levels below me. $4,000. Whoa. Dead cell stages? As in the game Dead Cell? Or Dead Cells? Wox, you're confusing me. Stop it. Take a look at this crater. There's no wood, no trees, not even dried grass, and yet the ground still burns. This must be one of the scars left by Valagarmanda's rampage, as told by the saga. The Sky Ruins fires are described as eternal, flames that can be quenched by neither storm nor time. And here I thought a literary embellishment. Ah, but now I've lost sight of Wulkelmat. Proof is northwest along the main road, so hopefully she's still headed the right way. If I'd step on these, am I gonna burn? Ah! Ah! No? Okay, we're fine. Ooh, hot, hot, ooh, hot. Also, I'm using a third palette, finally. This is where I'm gonna keep all my job switches, so, you know, my botanist is right there. But I mean, you know, it's like, as much as I'd like to create the dude in the trailer, I really could just create a whole new character. Rather than, like, changing my character that I've had for over 10 years. I used to have a Mithra, but, Or Bicote, excuse me. But I got rid of him a long time ago because I'm like, I usually am just like a one character person. I don't like to do multiple characters anymore. I used to, but it's too much. I did the same thing with Destiny 2. I did the same thing with Diablo. Like, I had many characters, many jobs, and all this other stuff, and I just didn't. Diablo, it was for the purpose of getting trophies and challenges finished, but Destiny 2, it was just to have all the different classes. And, you know, World of Warcraft, this is why Final Fantasy is better, because you can change jobs on the fly in here, whereas World of Warcraft, you're stuck with one. So you had to have multiple ones if you wanted to actually play all the classes. But the change from the character that I've had, it's a tough decision. I don't know if I want to, but it'd be cool if I could actually make that guy at the trailer. I just would need to figure out how. Hee hee. Buklamat wins again. Looks like everyone is here now, so... Greetings, friend. Are you Gerfler? No, I am not. The High Luminary did, however, task me with providing a lesson on sepulchres. See, I said it right that time. To those who came in search of him. Oh, so we were meant to find our way here after all. Are you to tell us who is buried here? No one is buried here in the sense you mean. When a body has served its purpose, we consign it to the flames, then scatter its ashes across the peaks. Can't even see my reaction. My hat is so big. Moreover, we do not conceive of death as others do. For us, a person does not die when their heart ceases to beat, but only when they are no longer born in the hearts of all who know them. This is why we build our sepulchres, for age or mishap claims us, that we might etch ourselves into the living chronicle for all eternity. Yay! I changed it to sound like the word it's supposed to sound like. This grave belongs to a good friend of mine. His mortal vessel ended its journey some years ago, but he lives within me, even now. Up there stands my own sepulcher. As long as it exists, so too will I. I will endure in the hearts of those who read my grave glyphs in the same manner my friend does in mine. Has it always been thus for your people? This conception of existence and death? Those are some glossy eyeballs. Continue along this path to the indelible passage. Behold the history upon its walls, and you may find the answers to your questions. Then that's what we will do. Your traditions are fascinating, and I'd love to know more. Why did she say that to the group? I thank you for allowing me to share them. For in doing so, I will I remain in your hearts also. I don't know why I'm running. I figured, you know, let's check the place out. I mean, it's not like I'm flying, right? I'm just on a mount. I'm going a little bit faster. Gundam Wing! Gundam Wing! Stoic Chronicler. Yeah, don't do that, Rob. Love how they did these zones, so much verticality. It's cool. It's like, just like with the previous area, which was like very Indian inspired. This is very Aztecian, South American inspired. Hello, a fellow we met at Proof suggested that we come here. Yes, the High Luminary commanded that I watch for your arrival. As the chroniclers of our people, it has ever been my family's duty to pass on the teachings of the murals from generation to generation. Ooh, colorful. It's a good thing they added depth to it before they actually got to this point. They really are magnificent. Together they tell the tale of your people's history. They are the events which shaped us. I would share them with you ere you continue on your way. Please, we would love to hear all about it. Then I will begin. This first mural depicts a time more than 1100 years ago, an age of great prosperity for the Yokoi. Blessed with the size and strength unmatched by other peoples, our ancestors marched forth and brought much of Yoktural under their dominion. Then, when all before them had been conquered, they turned their gaze northwards, seeking to expand their territory and power. Here we see the expedition to Shaktural. Unable to cross the strait by ship, our forefathers set to building a bridge to the northern lands, a grand labor which consumed the greater part of a century. Zorgor the Boundless. We still make use of that bridge in Tuliolal for travel. I can't imagine the patience and dedication it took to complete a work of that scale. But I've never heard of any Yokoi living in Shaktural. What happened to the ones who went north? Look upon this next mural and behold the answer. The scene suggests that many giants perished all at once. What manner of enemy could have repelled their invasion? A foe unnamed and unseen. When the expedition pushed forth into Jactaral, those 1,000 years ago, its soldiers were felled by disease. Some terrible illness? No. No virulent plague nor newly arisen blight. The local Tanawata and Shatona, it was but a mild affliction of the sort that comes with the turning of the seasons. So a common cold. What manifested for them as slight fevers and coughs, however, proved deadly to our people. Out of every 10 Yokoi who joined that northern campaign, 9 succumbed to the infection. Those who survived continued to suffer, finding it difficult to sire offspring. I've heard of this before. Lacking an inherited resistance, visitors to distant lands can fall deathly ill to the diseases a local might shrug off. So like the Europeans coming over to the North Americas. These events might have also given rise to the practice of cremation rather than the burial of mortal remains. This final mural depicts the return of our grieving brethren to Urkopacha. The reason they first left, why they had fought so long and pushed so far, was to ensure peace for our homeland. This undertaking began in ancient times. When our forebears learned they shared the continent with peoples unlike to us in appearance or custom, they feared invasion was inevitable. Rather than meekly await their fate, they decided to strike the first blow. Yet as they fought on and on, the old idea of peace drifted further and further away. Only after the disaster in Shaktural and their withdrawal to the mountains did they come to understand. The peace we envisioned had been ours for the taking all along. It was here, in the place which birthed us. Here, in the stones upon which we recorded our days. Here, in this tranquil life we had traded for conquest and conflict. When you do nothing but fight, it can blind you to what's right before your eyes. And so we return to the present. I trust you found this brief history of our people enlightening. I'm always glad to learn more about my fellow Turali, how you've lived until now and how you wish to live from now on. Then I believe you are ready to proceed. The High Luminary bids you meet him upon the summit of Warkor Zormor. I had a feeling we'd end up scaling that big old mountain. Well, it's a feat worthy of the name. Follow the trail south of here to begin your ascent, but be wary. Beyond the entryway, the mountainside is home to ferocious beasts, both mundane and otherwise. We'll keep that in mind. Thank you for the warning and the lesson. Finally, we know where we're going. To the top of Wargozormor. Okay. He's injured. No, it's okay. He'll be fine. Whoa. I just saw those. You guys see those? Those are claw marks, right? Those have got to be claw marks from the freaking dragon. Holy shit, those are huge. They got to be. They look like claw marks. This thin mountain air, it's going to be the death of me. What? How long have you been standing there? I was just taking in the scenery is all. Come on. We don't want to fall too far behind Alphino and the others. Heh. She never wants to be seen as, like, having trouble. Nope. Yes, thank you. I understand that her whole thing is she never wants to be seen as weak, but, like, come on. There are people who scale Mount Everest that need, you know, oxygen because they're not used to the thin atmosphere up there. It's only natural. You remember how the chronicler was saying that the more they fought, the further away they moved from their idea of peace? It occurs to me that if Zoral Ja is attempting to defeat the feat of proof, then he will have heard that same lesson. I can only hope that it's made him reconsider his own stance on educating people through war. No, it hasn't. You kidding me? A douche like that? His thick-headedness will be his downfall, and I'll make sure of it.
Gods, that is one tall mountain, and we're supposed to climb it?
Farther, Gomar, Tuliorlu, Korogar.
He's speaking the old Yokhui tongue. The words are difficult to catch.
Though your words are crude and cumbersome, I use them for your benefit. You are a claimant in this right of succession.
That's right.
Then, if you die, Tuliola loses a potential ruler.
That's a dark thing to say, friend. I get the feeling you don't share the opinions of the other Yokhui we've met.
We do not grovel before Golul Jaja like those shameless lapdogs. My brethren and I are conquerors, and we will restore our people to their rightful place as Tural's overlords.
I'm gonna be here all day just waiting for him to finish
The
a
giants
sentence.
have their own factions too, it seems.
You think your kin weak for showing deference to my father, but they do not follow the man. It is his peace they respect, a peace they always wanted, which they realized could be had right here.
Justifications of the craven. They turn their gaze from our ancestors, from the dream we kept alive for 1,000 years and more. They are unworthy of bearing our legacy. I will reclaim the glory of our people. And our ascension begins with the death of the third promise.
Bring it, fatty.
Stop! I don't want to fight you.
Then die on your knees.
Boosh. What the hell?
Mystic vermin seek to feast on us, do you? Get down here. Your neck will be the first I snap this day.
Dude, the thing has crystals for
That's
feathers.
right.
Why do you help us?
I didn't put much thought into it. My legs were moving before I knew what was happening. I suppose I feared you'd die before we had the chance to get to know each other. Before I could learn more about you.
To what end?
Oh, that's simple. If we're to share the land, it's the best way for us to become friends. How is he?
Friends. I've never had friends.
Not quite ready to walk under his own strength, however.
Maybe you should get rid of all that armor
If you can
and the
stay
shield.
and tend to him, the rest of us will continue on to Wokor Zormor.
Understood. Be careful up there.
This changes nothing. We will not forsake our conquest.
As you like. You want to kill me, you're welcome to try. But right now, you might want to worry about your comrade.
On a mountain of that size, there are bound to be creatures even I've never heard of. I'll trust you to lead the way.
Then we climb. Gufurlor is waiting.
Oh, there's emphasis on the fur. It's not even across the board, so it's Gerfurler, not Gerfurler. Interesting. See, I can speak with a Spanish accent too. Ay, ay, ay. Hey, it's a duty. It's a mega duty. There's got to be tons of people doing this one already, so. Wow, she is short. What's up, shorty? Well, let's do it then, shall we? Our second dungeon. Boom. 14 minutes. Whatever shall we do until then? Boosh. All right, let's get on with it. We shall do this while we wait. I just call it the Swedish chef place. Every time I say one of the giant's names, I have to add bork, bork, bork. Bork, bork, bork. Let's see. We went to Kurthus. I don't think I have another... No, I have to get to... Oh yeah, 68. Wait, maybe not. No, not that. No, that's not. Oh, no, it's not here. I'm an idiot. It is in... Dravania? Idleshire. There you go. Got it. Am I doing Ishgard Restoration to level up? I don't know what that means. If I don't know what that means, then probably not. I try to give everybody a heads up. On Sunday, I'll be going over to my brother's house, Chris. I don't know if he's still in the chat. I'll be house sitting for him for a week, so I'll be over there all next week. We're gonna be streaming a lot because there's nothing else for me to do. Wow, that was quick. Never mind. I guess we're not doing this. So expect to see me a lot. Gatherers and crafters can level up to max in a matter of hours doing Ishgard Restoration. No, I've been doing just regular stuff. Ooh. So cool. Dude, they keep doing cool shit with their dungeons. I can't stand this. They're so, look at that. Look at how cool that looks. What the fuck is that? All right, that dude looks dope. So I'll be streaming from my PS5, so we won't have the usual notifications or overlay or whatever. Which I'm sure is fine. You guys just want to see the games. I do remember seeing something when I was doing the gatherers, or when I was leveling up my botanist. They mentioned something about like I guess not the same as the what's it called? The tower. Not, I don't know if it's even close to that, to be honest. I don't know what it was, but it's like you can do this instead of, you know, actually gathering to do what you need to do to level your classes up and everything. And I'm like, eh. Not like I'm reading the quests or anything, even, you know, the main quest for the botanist. I'm just running through the dialogue and skipping the cutscenes, but I do recall them mentioning something to the effect of, hey, you can do dungeon-like things for these classes or something. I don't know. I only heard a little bit. It's fine. I don't know. Were we supposed to kill those things? Ah! All right, so he froze those first. I knew it. He's doing the ones that I'm on first. That's annoying. All right, I got that mechanic down at least. Oh, for God's sake, you've got to be kidding. Ow. Bro, did the healer just die again? Oh, yeah, there you go. That's it right there. Yeah. I remember hearing about that. I kind of ignored it. Wait, so who picked up the freaking healer, or did he just not get up? Healer. Oh, no, he got up. Never mind. Oh, my God. We're already dying on the first boss. That's a bad sign. Somebody had said that they were sleeping, essentially. Who was it? Yeah, the healer. Yeah. He screwed up. At least he knows it. Are they gonna beat this thing? Dude's a paladin. I knew he was, too. Just by the look of his armor, I'm like, it's all white. I don't see his shield, but he just looks like a paladin. I didn't even have to look at his freaking symbol. Did most dungeons with trusts. In this one, you get a green Alize, a healer, red mage. Nice. Yeah, I thought about it. I'm like, yeah, it's weird. It says it was 14 minutes, but it didn't even take that long. And I like the trusts. Don't get me wrong. It just takes longer. You know what I mean? And I'm kind of more like interested in seeing the story and so on and so forth. I kind of figured they might beat it because of the fact that he's a pally. Why does nobody ever want to just greed on things and possibly win it to sell it, you know? You could make extra cash. I actually had 600,000 and then I spent quite a bit on new tools for my botanist, which was probably not a good idea, probably a mistake. But there was a quest that I had to do where I had to have a certain perception level, and I was like, wow, that's shitty. So in order to move the quest forward, like it was a main quest for the botanist. So I'm like, wow, that's really crappy that they basically level gated me there, and there's no way I can actually improve unless I get new gear. So I went ahead and bought some gear in the marketplace, which was a stupid thing to do, but whatever. VSQ was horrible. Up. Oh, Zeral Jaw. If you're on my server, I could make you your gear all the way up to 100. Oh, we're going this way. Yeah, but I'm kind of like, I've been so starved for... Where'd they go? Oh, down here. I've been really starved for, you know, gear progression. Hence the reason why I did the... I basically forced myself to use lower tier gear in the last expansion, just because I was like, I really want to experience gear progression again. So it wouldn't, I probably wouldn't do it, even though that's pretty cool that you can make all that gear. I probably wouldn't do it just because I want to be able to actually like get new gear. Like grind for it instead of just have it being made for me, you know what I mean? Or me buying it. Dude, it was so many years since I had even like seen new bits of gear or even won the gear on a roll or something like that, you know, like it's been a long time, and I'm like, I gotta get back to experiencing that. And so then I was like, screw it, I'll force myself to do it. I'll bottleneck myself on purpose. Some people have found it really ridiculous for me to do that, but whatever. This game deserves to be experienced, damn it. In every aspect. That's why I can't appreciate the fact that they brought in a complete story skip. That is absolutely absurd to me that they would do that. Because if you're like, oh, it's gone. Shit. If you're like a brand new person to the franchise or even to this game, and you're just gonna be like, nah, screw the story, it's too long. Like, come on, are you kidding? I wasn't even there. Oops. The whole point of this game is story. I mean, does it matter? Up. Yeah, it does. All right, now we gotta move away. No, don't come near me. What are you doing? I'm putting a shield on myself. Oh my god, that is like, look at that. Look at how close that is. Whoa. That's not what I wanted. Dude, how am I almost dead? I just got there. No. How do I? Oh, I was just gonna. Damn it! All right, never mind. But look away! Dude, I am taking a beating from this guy. I'm gonna stay in the middle with these guys now. Ow. Oh, I see. We have to be on the crystals. That's why I took so much damage. Gotcha. I thought the crystals were bad. Damn it. Titan has nothing to do now. Look at him. He looks sad. And I'm getting no drops. Also, but yeah, new player coming in and buying a skip is just sad. It's pathetic. I'm like, when I first saw that being implemented in the game, I'm like, why would you do that? You know, yeah, like you said, if it's an alt, sure, yeah, buy a skip. You know what you're doing. But I posture the fact that when you're playing through the main scenario quests, or just the whole game in general, you don't have to even playing the quest, though you do have to actually play the quests and you know, go through side quests, the blue check marks to actually unlock dungeons and stuff. It allows you to really know that class, to know that character. Skipping completely robs you of any experience you get playing as that class. And so you go up to the top thinking you're going to be all badass, that you know how to play your character, when in reality you have absolutely no idea what you're doing. And I've run into, and I'm sure you have as well, Teddy, you've run into enough people who look like they're just walking around with their heads cut off. Like, you're like, what are you doing, man? And especially by level 50, you should know how your class works. You know, we're all getting new abilities as we go along with each expansion and stuff like that. But I already looked at my new abilities, and there's not a whole lot. It's just I get a new version of Bahamut and a couple of new abilities with him, and that's about it. I get like nothing new. So it's super easy. But earlier on, it's like there was a lot to kind of digest and go over and try and understand the rotation. Then they changed the summoner to what it is now, and I'm just like, now it's really straightforward to understand what to do with the summoner. Whereas before it was a little bit complex. You know, you had to remember to pop your debuffs and all this other shit. And now it really is like you feel like a summoner. All your entire rotation is built around summoning things, which makes more sense than, oh, let me pop my asthma. That literally made no sense to me. I was like, why am I doing this? I always question that. Like, even if I never said it out loud, I'm like, why am I the one casting debuffs? Shouldn't that be the freaking black mage or something? Or even in this case, the sage, I think, also does debuffs. Somebody does the miasma now, and I don't know who, but it's not me. Just made no sense, so I'm glad they changed the summoner to what it is now. It's way more fun to play. Ooh. Earrings. Need. Yes! Nobody else wanted it. I just greeted on that one. There's the big guy himself. Does he say anything? Gerfiller!
I am Gurfulur.
See, even he said it that way.
The dawn servant. Prepare to be
Yeah, the Titan's just standing in the middle of the arena like, aw. What'd you call me in for?
Prove you are worthy to rule.
I wasn't sure if I'd like this combat music more than previous ones, but it's growing on me. It's still not as good, but it's growing on me. I like it.
Chronicles of it. Recount the fury of erupting beaks.
Uh-oh. Ow, I got hit. Don't touch it. Ow.
Chronicles of it. Retell the hunger of roiling waters. I will take the measure of your resolve. Implacable strength of the mountain, be mine!
We each only take one. Is that it? I thought I hit that.
Spirit of my brethren, your thunder roars!
So our damage got boosted a little bit. Nice.
My fury.
Titan, you missed, man.
Chronicles of it. Recall the cruelty of merciless storms.
No! I chose poorly. Oh, he's getting complicated now. Nailed it. Oh no! Huh. You cheeky bastard. We got it. It's fine. I thought I heard him use the limit break. You know, limit break. What is the point anyway? The limit break barely does any kind of damage anymore. It used to be actually very useful, and then I don't know. As the game went on, it just became less and less so. It's kind of a sad, pitiful excuse of an ability now. Oh man, that one almost got me. Can I cast this now, please? And he's dead anyway. Yay! I leveled. Oh my god, it's good for you. Even on alt, I went through main scenario quest the normal way. I've been through 5 times. Have you sat there and listened and read every bit? Like, you know the story. That shouldn't be the job of the summoner. It shouldn't be. It was. For a while. And I got used to it. I just didn't like it. I'm like, this is stupid. You know? Makes no sense. But I'm glad they made the changes they did. The summoner's so much better now. And I hope it stays this way for the rest of eternity. I remember when limit breaks would take down the health a fair amount. Now it's like 1 or 2%. It's awful. It's completely stupid. It's a mechanic in the game that I think just probably deserves to disappear. No joke. Like, I really genuinely think it doesn't... Like, they should just take it out of the game. It's iconic, I know, but it does nothing.
Very good, claimant. Once more, I name myself Gurfulur, High Luminary to my people.
Dude, is that what's his face from Inspector Gadget?
Dawn servant.
You are much bigger than the others in the village.
All Yokui were once my equal in size, but ever since we were decimated by disease, it is rare to see a child reach our former stature.
You speak of the contagion which afflicted the Shaktural expedition, the one recorded in your murals.
It is a chapter of our history that is entangled with the legend of the Golden City.
I've heard that legend originated with the Yokui. Is this true?
With the visions our ancestors had, to be precise. Preceding the campaign into Shaktural, many were visited by dreams of glittering splendor. They described a paradise that knew neither war nor famine, where people lived lives of eternal happiness. A single dreamer might have been dismissed, but when dozens, if not hundreds, spoke the same, the luminaries became convinced it was divine revelation.
Then the expedition.
Its purpose was to find the City of Gold. Yes, help was marshaled from all the territories under our control. Lands were scoured on a massive scale.
Ah, little wonder the legend is so similar across Tural. Those involved with the search would have passed the stories down to their children.
Another claimant, I see. I will test your worth, as I have tested those who came before you.
Gatorade. Red Bull gives you
Here and now, I
wings.
think he means.
Actually, what he's drinking is Mountain Dew.
Well fought, second promise. for you and your sister's success in performing the feat of proof. You both shall be rewarded.
Three to go.
How glorious it would have been to race thee and thine to the summit. Though mayhap not whilst being hounded by Bakul Jaja and his minions.
Again, that swine shows his disdain for the right.
Strangely, despite his eagerness to antagonize us, he withdrew as soon as we fought back in earnest. I cannot fathom what he was trying to achieve. On a similar note, I'm also curious as to why you chose the peak of Warkor Zormor for the conclusion of this feat. The earlier stages saw us learn the history of the Yokui. Does this location also hold some special meaning for your people?
Yes, it is a place of great significance.
All these monuments. Is this a burial ground?
Every high luminary before me is enshrined in this earth. Alongside them are the heroes who bravely stood their ground when Valigarmanda brought ruin to Urkopacha 8 decades past.
That explains why there are so many.
Zorolja, I should have known you'd arrive here first.
Third promise. How relieved I am to find you in good health.
Somehow I don't think he means that.
Zorolja, you bastard! I should end you here and now!
Remember where you are. You will mind your conduct, or you will leave.
Right. Sorry.
I see no reason to delay further. Show me my father's sepulchre.
Papa has a grave?
Upon this monument are inscribed the names of those who sealed away the monstrous Valigarmanda, your fathers included.
Gulul Jaja, Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace.
Look at this one. Kettenram, Navigator of Uncharted Oceans.
Kettenrun? The Laminsan explorer? Does this mean he joined Galul Jaja on his travels?
Kafkiwa, Seeker of the Unknown. How strange to see your name here.
It was unheard of to build living sepulchres for those who were not Yokui, but their great deed demanded recognition.
Master of Resolve and Reason, Champion of Peace? Papa really did some amazing things.
He carved his path with martial skill.
Yet it was clever thinking which allowed him to trap Valigarmanda within its own ice magics.
Martial skill and clever thinking. I can't compete with Zoralja's mastery of the Head of Resolve's techniques. And when it comes to knowledge, Kona's the one who most takes after the Head of Reason. Is there anything that I've gotten from Papa? Something I do better than the others?
Empathy. You have his love for peace.
Of course. Papa's love for peace, for his people. That is what he's given me. And I'm fighting to preserve the peaceful Tural he built. What in the hells was that?
You must return to Warlar's Echo immediately. Valigarmanda has broken free.
Oh, shit.
I presume that was about the unholy sound?
Valigarmanda is free.
That was
Now!
what's his face? That was Bakul, I think. That was the reason why he scurried off and didn't fight them.
How fortuitous. We have been gifted an opportunity to outpace our rivals.
This is bad. I was thinking Valigarmanda was going to be a, like maybe a raid or something. But he's already broken free. DC's bad. Bum, 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 bum. I'm going to repair my stuff. I know I only died once, but still. Make sure it's topped off. No, not merchant. Mender. Stupid. I'm an idiot. Those chameleon-looking Mamulja always reminds me of Steve Buscemi. They might as well be. Whoa, is this snowing? Yo, let's go. Good, you're back. There's much I would explain, but by the time I arrived to investigate a sudden surge in Aether, there were already fallen giants everywhere. Right now, everyone is preoccupied with treating the wounded. Pray, catch your breath, and then lend a hand where you can. Bum, bum, bum. I'm here for the money. All right, I'm gonna need another cup of coffee. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've only ever actually seen Steve Buscemi in like comedy roles, but I heard he's actually really good in Boardwalk Empire. If you are ready, there are many injured who need aid. Should you find anyone passed out from their wounds, I ask that you alert me to them. Otherwise, I shall be tending to whomever requires the most urgent healing. We can gather here once we've seen to these people's hurts. These people's hurts? Who the hell says that? Once we attend to these people's little boo-boos. So yeah, I've installed Monster Hunter World, Killing Floor 2. There's another one that there was a third game I installed, reinstalled, I should say. I'm just like, I don't know what I'm gonna play next week. I'm just gonna be playing a bunch of shit. Like, obviously Tuesday and Friday are gonna be the normal. Tuesday's gonna be Battlefield, though. I mean, we're probably gonna be playing that all day. I'm not gonna lie. Because they actually just recently announced that season 7, although it's the last season officially, they're still going to be supporting the game afterwards, which you would think support meaning maintenance, some minor updates here and there, but we're talking like content. They're actually still putting content, so it's like they're stopping seasons, but they're continuing content. It makes no sense. But hey, okay. You know, and then Friday will be this and stuff like that. But have I seen Gaming Grandpa? I have. I actually like the guy. He's very funny. You, the third promise's protector. Everything was bathed in bright red. A searing heat enveloped my entire body. I couldn't move. See, I'm acting as psychologist to these guys. I'm just going around asking them what their pains are, and then they tell me, and then I just walk away. And prescribe them drugs. Yes, I've seen Gaming Grandpa. He's cool as shit. I think it's awesome we see veterans actually playing Battlefield. Like, this guy, as far as I know, was a sniper, and all he ever does in the game is snipe. If I ever get shot in the head by that guy, I will be ecstatic. I'll be like, oh my god, it's Gaming Grandpa. He shot me in the face. Thanks, Grandpa. My wounds are nothing serious, but this dryness in my throat. It's as if all the moisture has left my body. Oof, man, hit the blunt too hard. It's gonna be me in 40 years. I mean, he was a real sniper. I'm just me. But yes, it will be. 40 years. Yeah, 80, give or take. I'll be gaming till I die. There's no doubt about that. Whether or not gaming will be able to keep up, we'll see. By then we'll have PlayStation 15 and games will literally be real life. Everything burns, the touch of cloth is agony, yet I will live. Leave me. There are others in more dire need of help. Not for me. I've already done my part. I'm gonna go back and talk to Alphinu. Part of me does want to kind of run through that dungeon though to get my gear. I only got the earrings so far. Kind of like we did with the first dungeon, you know? Get geared up. Because they're not really giving us a whole lot of stuff for the quests so far. Final Fantasy 30 will be released. Yeah, like, you know. Dude, what is 17 gonna be like? That's what I want to know. What game mechanics or something are they gonna go for next? Are they gonna continue on with the action-oriented Final Fantasy? Are they gonna go back to turn-based, or is it gonna be a tactics game? I've done all I can for now. The injured you found were awake and alert. Oh, wait. Excuse me. That's a question. The injured you found were awake and alert, then? That is well. That is well? I feel like they might have had a misstep or two on the dialogue. We've left the injured as comfortable as we could. Many were suffering from burns to a greater or lesser degree. Did a fire sweep through the village? No, it was his powerful roar. Wow, I can't speak tonight. The details are unclear. Once I'd healed the giant attacked by the mountain bird, the group's leader, Vorpalor, I believe they called him, bade me depart. It was then that I felt an intense wave of aether and returned to find Warlord's echo in this state. It's going to be based on my neural emotion. I mean, okay. Bring it on. I rushed over to the first giant I saw. Though delirious with pain, he repeated the same warning. Valagramonda has broken free. Thus did I contact you with all haste. Well, we're going to need more information than that before we can deal with the situation. Yes, we should speak with the temple guard and see what's become of the Sky Ruins prison. I guarantee you it was Bakul. That douchebag would do something like this. Yeah, I actually did watch that, Rob, believe it or not. It's insane. He was playing Civilization. Like, what is that? You're talking about Neuralink, right? That dude was able to play the game just as if he was using a mouse. I imagine that he would be able to play it faster, though, given that you can think faster than you can do. But I'm happy for the guy. I'd be in the same position. I'd be like, sign me up. I don't care. The slight chance that I die during the procedure, I'm already a vegetable, so I might as well freaking, you know, fuck it, right? Sign the waiver, stick it in me. At least I'll be able to play video games again. The High Luminary grants you entry and awaits you within. Well, why wouldn't he?
What happened?
Not a trace of the crystal at all.
So it's true. The ice has failed.
Surmurwar, tell them what you told me.
A short while ago, a claimant paid us a visit.
Called it. Of course it's Bakul, obviously.
Who enters this hallowed hall? Ah, a claimant.
Oh, and here we have the mighty Valagramonda.
A terrifying Vitral. With every awakening, it has seared its ruinous name into the memories of a new generation.
What a good little terror. You've stayed napping right up until the day I needed you.
Explain yourself.
It is as they say. Gulul Jaja caused its magic to run rampant, trapping it in a frozen prison of its own creation. Clever. Clever. To unmake it, it would be quite tricky. 2 spells must be cast at the exact same moment. A conflagration intense enough to melt the ice, and awakening flame to rekindle the slumbering Vitral's soul. The only ones capable of such harmonious execution would be the heads of reason and resolve. And the blessed siblings, Bakul Jaja.
mustn't!
But I already have. Rise and rage, little terror.
I might have overdone the fire a bit.
Utter madness. Why have you done this?
For the throne, of course.
You unleash calamity for your own gain? Have you any idea how many may die?
Wreak havoc, Valigarmanda. Live up to your legend.
A messenger to Tuli Yolol has been dispatched. The Landsguard will send a contingent, I am sure. But there is no telling when they will arrive.
That idiot! This monstrous act is a step too far, even for him.
So, what's the plan?
If we leave the withdrawal to others, it will be a massacre. Some might call it the wiser choice, if I don't want to fall behind the competition. But I could never live with myself. And my supporters deserve a better ruler. So that's that. I will stay and fight Valigarmanda. This is an enemy so powerful that even my father failed to slay it. Alone, I don't stand a chance. I understand you've no obligation to aid me outside the right of succession. But for the sake of Urkopacha and its people, I beg you, join me in this battle.
Doesn't even need to ask. I'm up for a fight. See? As if you had to ask.
Far be it from us to abandon a dear comrade in her time of need.
Dear comrades now, eh? I have to say, it does have a comforting ring to it. Knowing someone has your back makes it easier to do what you have to do.
My face has been painfully burned.
And what will we do?
One committed to winning the contest above all else would race on ahead.
If you're resolved to slay Valigarmanda, we'll need to find out where the beast went.
That's what we have you for, old friend.
Inform the Pelu of the danger. They may need to flee to lower ground.
Dude, I don't know how some voice actors can continuously talk like that. That is so rough on the voice. See, I can't even do it. I used to be able to do it just fine. I don't know if I can do it anymore.
Inform the Pelu.
Yeah, see, that's really tough. That's really hard to keep that up without choking. I don't know how people do it. I don't know what Cyber Strike is, Rob. What is it? So, Aaronville, any ideas on how we can track Valagramonda? The tried and true method of comparing sightings with other signs of passage is the most reliable, but also the most time-consuming. There is a second option, not as reliable as the first, but if we're lucky, it will let us ascertain the Sky Ruin's whereabouts far more quickly. Dr. Claw, thank you. I was like, the guy from Inspector Gadget, I just forgot. Is it Dr. Claw? Or is it just Evil Claw? I don't know. Though a Tural Vidral of extraordinary nature, Valagramonda is still a creature of this world. Like you and me, it is thus sustained by corporeal energy and possesses a unique ethereal balance, which means this device should come in handy. Praying? Are you kidding? I've never heard of these guys. A floating hand? Now's not the time to be playing with toys. This is no toy. It's an Aether Seeker. As the name suggests, Gleaners use it to detect the Aether of living beings. And you've had that in your pack this whole time? I can calibrate it to follow a specific ethereal aspect. The problem with Valagramonda, however, is that it can shift freely between the elements of fire, ice, or lightning. Dude, Alphino's gear looks so much better with the higher res textures and better lighting. Well, we know that in order to awaken Valagramonda from its icy imprisonment, Bakul Jaja cast spells which quickened its fire aspected aether. And the residents here were uniformly afflicted by burns. Therefore, the logical conclusion is that upon breaking free, Valagramonda unleashed a great fiery blast. Then the choice is plain: fire. The Seeker, however, is not without its faults. As we were not able to put our quarry's unique etheric signature in advance, the device will respond to any living source of fire aspected aether. So we have the reliable yet slow method of information gathering versus the potentially swift but easily misled Gleaner tool. I say, why not pursue both methods at the same time? Good idea. We'll have to have the first to fall back on if the second fails. You travel with me then, Valtamont, in case the Seeker leads me to some other fiery fiend. I mean, I cast fire too. The rest of us can stay behind and talk to eyewitnesses. The more Sky Ruin sightings we can compare, the more accurate our information will be. If no one has any objections, I shall remain here in the village and tend to the Yakui. Very few are seriously injured, but I am wary of wounds inflicted by a creature like Valagramonda. I should like to be close at hand should their condition suddenly worsen. Right, sounds like we all have work to do. Let's say they updated their program and crashed their systems and caused a blue screen on all their computers. Put a lot of services down this morning. What kind of services, though? We should be on our way as well. I was wondering why you said what. I wonder what Gabe Newell's up to. Did it put Steam under? Are they just not giving me gear for this? They really aren't. Should I just like... What is my gear at anyway? 92. We're about 6 levels behind. We only got one new piece of gear. That was only a level 93. So I guess it's really not that big a deal given the fact that even this is still 5 levels behind. We've been leveling quite a bit thanks to the dailies. Haven't done a whole lot of them, but we've been doing them. So I guess grinding that new dungeon really isn't going to do anything. Oh. I didn't even know Gabe Newell had a project into Neuralink. I just saw the update to what they showed, which was the more connections, the better, yada, yada, yada. I watched that whole presentation. Well, up to the point where they were answering questions, then I didn't care. We'll head to the outskirts of the village first, then set the Seeker to detect fire-aspected Aether. I said 911. Oh, I'm on live. Well, no, wait. Yeah, I'm on live chat. I didn't see that. Your messages went from talking about Neuralink to I wonder what Gabe Newell is up to. Did you hear what happened to Cyberstrike? Why are your ears wrapped? Dr. Claw. They are cybersecurity. They protect major businesses from cyber attacks. Let's say they updated their program and crashed their system and caused a blue screen on all computers. Put a lot of services down this morning, and then you just did the up arrows. And you mentioned 911 airports, news stations, rail stations. It didn't even show up. Right, the Seeker is ready to go. Warlord's Echo is still suffused with the Sky Ruins residual Aether, so I've excluded it from the search area to prevent it from swamping the sensors. Let's begin tracking, shall we? Once you choose to depart, Aaronville will accompany you. Okay, yep. Affirmative, tracking nearest resource of fire aspect Aether. Holy shit, this thing's fast! Somehow I knew we'd run into one of these things. After the line that finishes with cyber attacks and the new line that says let's say. Well, I'm telling you, it didn't show up. I don't see it. Source of fire aspect to Aether located, tracking disengaged. I will literally take a screenshot. I'll take a picture and I'll show you. No, you don't. Not quite the legendary creature we were after. Would you mind dealing with that fire sprite? It will continue to confuse the Seeker if we leave it be. Yeah, it'll take 5 seconds. Do I really need a cutscene to take down a fire sprite? Oh wait, Carbuncle's already here. Well, sorry, buddy. Alright, fine. We'll do the full casting. necessary measure, I'm afraid. Let's try this again. This is why people don't like escort missions, because unless they're like Erenvale, where they're following your speed, it's neither fast enough or slow enough. You're just always in between, so you have to run, then stop, then run, then stop. It's so annoying. Oh, we got big I'm stuck in the ground. Gabe was doing research into a type of Neuralink that could possibly be attached to the next VR headset. Ooh. That would be big, though. You know, Valve is always looking to, they're always looking to innovate. That's actually one of the reasons why they didn't come out with the next Half-Life, because they wanted the next one to be on VR. And then we got Half-Life Alyx, and the next Half-Life may not come out until they come up with something new. Maybe this whole Neuralink integration into VR would be the thing. Frightening enough, but again, not what we're looking for. If you'd be so kind. I don't know why I'm doing this. It's literally... Right, I keep forgetting I have to actually step into the damn circle. Alright then. Dude, he's like... It's like he washed his hands and then he's just drying them off in my face. That's what he's doing. He's doing this. Instead of using the hand dryer or any paper towels, he's just flicking it in my face, just like, here. My thanks. I'd ask if it gave you any trouble, but considering who I'm talking to, yeah, you better frickin' recognize. Seeker, resume tracking, and do try to point out something useful this time. His is more about picking up emotions, so the game could change based on your mood. Now that would be interesting. I mean, I don't know what they have planned for the next Half-Life, so it could be that. I'm still wondering if Half-Life Alyx is going to come to the PlayStation VR 2, or if I'm going to have to buy that stupid box and play it on PC. Because I'll do that, but I think PSVR 2 should be powerful enough to actually play the game. Because that game did come out before the PSVR 2 was even a thing. Also, guys, keep in mind that I'll be, like I said, I'll be streaming from the PS5 next week. So quality will be a little bit less. It'll also be at 1080p, not 1440p, but that's the PS5 for you. It doesn't go any higher than 1080p. Ah, another remnant of Valigamarder's last rampage. The crater's flames registered to the Seeker as corporeal aether. This is a proper cutscene. In the words of the Tulial saga, when Valagarmanda rages out of control, its fire burns forever, its ice does not thaw, and its lightning crackles without cease. Thus was the Dawn Servant able to turn the Sky Ruin's perpetual magic against itself, trapping it within an unmelting prison of ice. There is no mundane fire, but some kind of everlasting sorcery. Once again, it is a strange feeling to see fanciful poetry proven true. The important thing is that the fire was classified as living aether. We can feed a sample into the Seeker and greatly improve its accuracy. One moment. Half-Life Alyx came out when the top tier graphics card was the 2080. Did it really? Oh my god. I didn't think it was that long ago. It feels like a long time ago. It was definitely... Oh, wait a second. The 2080? Really? 2020. No. I didn't think so. The 2080 came out in 2018. The 30 series was definitely there by now. Because Meech actually bought the 3090 before that game came out. The 3090 released September 24th, 2020. And Half-Life Alyx came out that year, so yeah. No, the 3090, the 3080 were the top tier cards at the time. The 30 series was big then. There. Now the Seeker should ignore any etheric signature but Valagarmanda's. Had I realized this was possible from the start, then you needn't have fought those creatures at all. You know, I had a feeling that he could have done that. I don't know why he didn't just do that. My apologies. It seems I still have much to learn from this journey as a gleaner and as a guide. This time, the Seeker should be attracted solely to Valagarmanda's Aether. Resume tracking based on the latest sample. March. Okay, so I don't know. I think he bought the 3090, but the 3080, he had something pretty high end. I don't know which one it is though. Did the 3090 would have been the first card to come out, I think. So I don't know what he had before, but he was able to play Half-Life Alyx, so I'm assuming he had a 20 series card. Okay, good point. So the 20 series was still at the top. I don't think he had a 2080 though. I don't think he would have wasted that money. Maybe he didn't get Alyx until he got a new graphics card. I don't know. That was 4 years ago. That is nuts. 4 years ago, and the 40 series is still like the thing. The 30 series came out in 2020. Seems like they're slowing down. Yeah, that was, I mean, Meech and I got lucky when I got my PS5 and he got his 3090. We knew a guy, luckily. Good, the Seeker was drawn directly to the Sky Ruins fire. Now we know we've set the correct parameters for its ethereal aspect. I'll try increasing the threshold for etheric concentration. That should direct us to the Tural Vidral itself. There's that hippo mount again. Also, Teddy, what? You said earlier that you're on your way to becoming quadriplegic. What are you talking about? You're not really, are you? The PS5 graphics card was comparable to... Was it the 6500? Digital Foundry did this all the time. They compared the PS5/Xbox Series graphics cards to somewhere around an AMD 6500, 6600, I think, something like that. Or no, it was 5600. In terms of NVIDIA, I have no idea. I don't know which one you can compare it to, but I think they put it basically on that line. What the hell was that? Hold on. They compared it all the time. Graphics card 5700, sorry. So the 5700 is the closest AMD graphics card to the PS5. Second closest would be the 2070. So not quite. The 2080 was a very powerful card. I think we noticed if Valigarmanda was inside this passage. Let's head through to the other side. Oh, that's a dope-ass chocobo setup. Look at that. Cool. Damn, if my chocobo actually looked like that, I'd freaking use my chocobo all the time. I don't think you can get a 2070 Super anymore, but if I could, I would. If it was cheap. Because I love the PS5. I think it does amazing with what it has. I would totally get a PS5 level graphics card.
The trail ends here, it seems. Could Valigarmanda have shifted its elemental aspect? It does have 3 to choose from, after all. In any case, I'm almost certain the Vitral was headed in the direction of Warkor Lardor. We should let the others know we have a likely location.
You know what? Maybe not a raid, but he'd definitely be a trial, Valigarmanda. He's gotta be, right?
Alphino is assisting the Yokhui with their evacuation. He thought they could use a healing hand with the injured.
So where is Valigarmanda?
Warkor Lardor. Its stratified layers contain a wealth of crystals, said to be the source of its many-colored glow. After 80 years of imprisonment, the Vitral will be in dire need of sustenance. It would have been drawn to the mountain's energies.
So Valigarmanda seeks to replenish its ether.
Then we'd better not give it the chance.
Stop!
That mountain is sacred ground. I forbid you to set foot on it.
Sorry, it is not our intention to trespass. But you must understand, that's where Valigarmanda has gone. If we don't slay it now, it will slaughter countless innocents. Just like in the old days, I beg you, permit us to enter.
Out of the question. Your band is incapable of defeating Valigarmanda. Either you seek to defile Warkor Lardor, or you are fools.
If you doubt their chances, how would you feel were we to join them? The monument to Valigarmanda's defeat bears the names of 7 heroes. With our forces combined, we also number 7.
Seven weaklings are no less doomed than 4.
Zoralcha, you've come to help as well.
Against my sound advice. While the rest of you were tussling with this sky ruin, we might have secured an insurmountable lead.
A minor delay. It will not change the contest's outcome. I would take the measure of his Tural withdrawal my father was unable to kill.
With both my brothers here, this battle is all but won.
Your celebration is premature. I never said I would let you pass.
Brother, no! We do not bear arms against our own people.
What an odd thing to say. As I recall, the inhabitants of Chir Wagur Sultan do not consider themselves members of the Tuliyolal nation. I'd hardly call them our own people.
What does that matter? Members or not, everyone in Tural is part of our dream for peace. If you would hurt them, then you'll have to go through me.
I am Spartacus.
She saved me from the mountain bird. Now, then, the same eyes. Eyes of stone. Words of stone. We are still in her debt. This is true.
Yeah, really, Rob.
Consider the debt repaid. But do not misunderstand. We do not submit to Tuliolan rule.
Aye, you've made your point. We can talk more once the contest is over.
I ask your name.
Wuklamat, protector of peace, and soon-to-be Dawn servant.
Even people with wildly different ideals can find understanding through earnest discussion. I believe that, wholeheartedly.
As do I. I won't give up until we reach a compromise.
Assuming you survive, my old bones and I will be waiting here for the true heir's return.
Your thoughts have always been a mystery to me, brother. But I'm relieved to see you put aside the contest for the sake of the greater good.
Our nation is a fortress, and its people the bricks with which it is built. The more that are lost or broken, the weaker Tuliyolal becomes. Even the crudest rock has value as a stepping stone.
I mean, like a backhanded compliment.
Come on, you two. Forget about the right of succession for now, and help me fight this overgrown snake bird. I don't care how strong the Sky Ruin may be. We're going to put this menace down for good.
New duty! During this quest, and when using the duty support system, you have the opportunity to undertake this trial with... Okay. Oh, it is a trial. Okay. I thought so. Oh, man. It looks like we dropped frames. What a surprise. Confront Valigamanda. Hey, look at that. We ended up next to an Aether Current. Nice. Okay. I think we're going to leave it there. Boop. Well, not a raid, but I thought about it for a second. I'm like, wait a second. Probably not gonna be a raid. Probably just gonna be a trial. Totally was right. And it's gonna be a fun one. I can already tell. But I am gonna leave it there. I want to thank everybody for joining me this evening. This like I said, I swear to God, I didn't know what was happening, what was coming, but literally saying this contest is heating up was possibly the best title I could have given this stream. Okay, you're dropping frames. Sorry. Stupid internet. Anyway, I think I'll just leave it at 4,500 because once I get my new A380, it's not going to matter. Yeah, totally just coincidental that I called the stream what it is. I put the title up as it is. I just thought it was really funny. But yeah, that'll do it for tonight. Please join me in the next one, where we're going to face off against Valigamanda in a trial. And again, keep in mind, I am not going to be here in my own humble abode next week. All next week, we're going to be streaming a lot, because really there's not much else I would be doing, let's be honest. So we're going to be playing a lot of games. I've downloaded and installed a bunch of other games that I really would like to play. I'm going to be bringing a bunch of games with me. So, you know, we're going to be doing some stuff. And hopefully I get to see you guys there. But until then, I'm Adam Wolf. This is Final Fantasy XIV. And I'll see you guys later.